we think it's imperative that you have these written plans. And it's what we've designed now, came to over the last 32 years. Which ones do you have? Do you have a retirement income projection? Do you have something that shows exactly what you're going to get each year throughout your retirement as far as your income in from all the different sources written down? Do you have an income tax analysis that shows exactly what you're going to pay in taxes based on how much income you take? Do you have a beneficiary asset analysis that says this is what you most likely will be able to leave to your beneficiaries after you take all your income, and you have everything written down in a nice, easy to understand, detailed plan? Most retirees, even those with an advisor, they don't have them. Without them, though, how can they really succeed now that they're retired? This is for retirees we're talking about. Okay? So most people don't have any. So we're going to now look at the first step is retirement income planning for retirees. First thing you do then is you have a lady, she's a very nice lady. I've saved it. Now what do I do with it? How do I use it, right? Well, we're going to do a one-page analysis that shows throughout her retirement for herself and her husband how they're going to take their income out from their pension, Social Security, all their assets totaling $91,000 of income per year. And it's going to continue until they increase it to 103. And guess what? This income is guaranteed for as long as they live, even if they go off the chart past 93. They go till 120, they're going to continue to get that income. Would that make them happy to see that? That's what they want. Okay, so that's a retirement income projection. Now, the second is an income tax analysis. Wouldn't it be nice to know how much income tax you have to pay once you start taking your retirement income out? So now we're going to do an analysis. And the analysis is going to show your gross income, your taxable income. It's going to say, you're going to pay $14,000 in tax on $103,000. Are you okay, Bob, paying 14% in taxes on $100,000? We're going to calculate that out. We're going to tell you exactly what it is. Is that cool? Will that make it easier now to start taking the money out and spending your money if you knew how much tax you had to pay and you knew it was never going to run out? Now, after you know your money's never going to run out on the first screen and how much tax you have to pay, guess who you usually start worrying about? Your beneficiary, the kids. What do they get, right? So we're going to do a one-page analysis that'll show you, based on, in this case, having the assets in and whether you earn a 0.75% loss per year, only up to a 6% gain. We're not going to show a huge rate of return. We want to be very conservative when we do this analysis for the beneficiaries. And it shows how much income you take out per year, the total income you're going to take out. So let's say you live until 85. You've taken out $852,000 of income off of your $800,000 investment. That's okay, right? And let's say you earned a 4% rate of return, you would still leave $555,000 to your beneficiaries. Would that be okay? Now, what if you don't earn any rate of return? What if the market's terrible and you have your money in stocks and you take all this income out and now you have a 0% rate of return? How much is left to your beneficiaries? 0. And if you had your money in stocks, how much income would you continue to get? 0. In this plan, even if your account goes down to 0, how would you like to get $42,000 of income guaranteed for as long as you live, even if you lived to 120? Anybody like that? Would anybody like that actually in writing? That's what we do. We put it in writing. Okay? Then the last step is to get your plan details in writing. How many people are confused and don't understand their plans once they're retired? All of them. It's everybody. We know this. So we now put it in writing. We actually create a written plan that explains every little step for you in English. And then we have you sign it, we sign it saying this is your plan. Would that make sense? Would you remember your plan then? Why you invested in an asset, how you're going to use that asset, how much tax you're going to pay, how long it's going to last, and what you're going to leave your beneficiaries? That's what we do. We put it in writing. Okay? So here's the entire planning process. We say don't settle for less from your advisor. So we have at least 3 appointments. It's typically 3 to 8 appointments with the client. And then we put these 4 plans together. Looks impressive, doesn't it? But what does it also look? It looks impressive, but it looks what? Expensive. And it is, because these types of services would cost you up to $10,000 on the market. We don't charge you any upfront fees or any ongoing management fees. There's no fee to us. We're paid directly from the insurance and annuity companies we represent. So how would you like to get all those services? You don't have to pay 1 penny. That's how we do business. We've done it for 32 years this way. None of my clients, how many clients that I've worked with in the past? How many are in here? Have I charged you ever $1? Other than if you made me do your taxes, I did, but I hated doing the taxes. But for any of the management investments, we ever charge $1 to put the money in. You just don't do it that way. Okay? So is that good to get all those services without having to cost? That's how we do it.